And we're live. Welcome to the Writer's Life, the place where you get the sights, sounds, smells, tastes of my particular writer's life, and where I always forget to plug in the microphone. Welcome to live TV. Sort of. It's not TV. Not even close. So, like the thumbnail suggests, that's a tweet from Michael Saylor, by the way. Michael Saylor is, what do these people want from me? Michael Saylor is he runs MicroStrategies. I own a tiny bit of stock in MicroStrategies, which has been cut in half. And he's a huge Bitcoin bull. He's a Bitcoin whale, in fact. And he's been buying for ages. But he firmly believes that Bitcoin will go to $1 million within the near future, relatively near future, within 5 years. I believe it's going to go to $500,000 or so within 2 years, despite the drawback. Which leads me to this month for me has been like an absolute disaster, like in terms of my finances, because I'm not going to get specific, right? Too specific, but I used to not be very fiscally responsible. Like I've said before, like I used to just get money and spend it, on other people and whatever. But then I turned, I don't know what it was. I turned 55 or so, and I was like, you know what? I got to start being a little more financially responsible here. So I started, instead of keeping a whole bunch of cash around, because have you ever noticed, if you have a whole bunch of cash, you just feel secure, and you're just like, yeah, I'll go for that lobster dinner. I'll go for the extra bottle of wine. I'll take that extra trip, or go down to New York for the weekend. Hey, let's hit Cape Cod for the week and blow $6,000. It's all right. Here's my cash card. Punch in your PIN and it's all fun and games. And then it's like, I need more money. So what I decided to do was start putting my money into assets. And one of my main assets, as everybody knows, and I write about it, is crypto, in particular Bitcoin, because it's the most stable. And also a little bit of Ethereum. Now, a real little bit of Ethereum. And I'll tell you why. Because I started this month off great. It started with me being involved in a phishing scam in which I lost my entire Coinbase account, which was a real huge portion of my savings. I was fortunate enough to get most of my Bitcoin back, but I lost all my Ethereum, I lost all my Chainlink, I lost all my Solana, I lost all my Algorand. So I lost a few $1,000s at least. I'm not going to tell you how much exactly, but I lost enough where, it cost me a night's sleep at least. And so that's how I started the month off. Thank God I didn't have to go home to my wife and be like, honey, we can't take the kids to Disneyland this year, after all. Because I ain't got a wife. But anyway, so there's that. And then the market tanks. So my portfolio, what's left of it, is diminished by, compared to this time last year, 75%. You can't make this shit up. And on top of it, I had extra bills that I did not count on from my editor and several other things. And, this bills gotta get paid. No, those still come in or whatever. Right. And a couple of my publishers, not only did I not get statements, the payments were paltry, and I'm not trusting it, which is why I'm pushing my own business, my own publishing business. And then I have another journalism account that they're very slow with the payments, and praying to God I get it. So it could be another month. I don't know. Anyway, these are the so like this month has just been one of those, like, in my damn dog died kind of thing. It's like the whole month has been, financially speaking, like a fucking custard or country western song, and a bad one at that. They're all sort of bad. Sorry. Anyway, but I do like that show Yellowstone a lot. You notice you don't hear a lot of country music in that show? Anyway, just pointing that out. But anyway, as a freelance writer, as a full-time novelist, whatever you're going to be, you got to learn to weather these storms. And this is why I keep stressing to all you guys out there. You don't even have to be a freelance writer. You can be a freelance whatever. You got to have multiple streams of income. You just have to do it. If one thing craps the bed, then you can switch over to another. Like concentrate. Like if this one journalism account isn't working out, or a freelance account, then like concentrate on something else that is going to make you money down the road, even if it's not in the short term. So, and you should also make sure that you have not just one line of credit, but several lines of credit at very good rates. I have 2 really good lines of credit that could get me through the whole year if I had to, that are like really good rates. So, every now and then I tap into it a little bit and then pay myself back or whatever. Because don't forget, this is a business where you're not getting paid every week. You're not getting paid every 2 weeks. Sometimes you're not even getting paid every 4 weeks. So you have to learn to weather the storm, and you have to learn to be thick-skinned about it. If you can't take it, then you're better off getting a job. And there's a lot of jobs out there, and if you can't take that worry, like that anxiety of like, when's the next payment coming? It would be a lot. It's easier for me. Admittedly, it's easier for me. My kids are adults. My daughter just graduated high school. She's not going to college. She's going to be a musician. So she's, in a way, an adult now, even though she's not 21. But she'll be 18 soon. And so she's sort of on her way. And my sons are like 50 years old each. So I don't have, and I'm not married. I don't have. Wait, hang on a second. Hey, I'm doing my video. You want to say hi?
What?
I'm doing my video. You want to say hi? You probably don't. So let me call you right back.
All right.
Bye. Where was I? I don't have a wife, like I said. So I don't. My Jeep's paid for. My overhead is almost as short as I am. So I don't have quite the worries that other people would have. If like you have the mortgage, you have the car payments, you have a country club, you have private school, you got young kids, you got all that, like that, then I'd be like, then I'd be looking for a job or something like that. And always, one last thing, this is getting too long. One last thing. Whenever there's these little downturns, things like you can't control, like the market, or getting involved in a phishing scam, stuff that something always comes around the corner that like replenishes the pot, so to speak. So, it's just these things go in waves and cycles, So anyway, that's where I'm at. And like I said, I actually found a wallet on the road this week, and I gave it back. Could have taken all that money, whatever, but it would have been bad karma. All right, I'm rambling today. Another sip of coffee. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And ciao, ciao.